Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Dun, 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 dun. Today is release day.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who has already made an order. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been an exciting day.
Yeah.
Okay, we are coming on here to show you the beautiful brand new SheMax. So here at the salon, at my desk, it's going to be pink SheMax because
Hot
adorable.
Pink. Matches your phone case.
Sure does, which you can't see because it's currently right there.
It's the same color. So
Isn't it so cute? Yep, the hot pink is a winner. So we are going to just tell you a little bit about it, and then we're going to show you it in action. So I am here with Sheridan, and she needs her one hand done. Let's see her other hand. Because you remember, Sheridan is like wickedly talented and did the cutest. Look how cute. Cutest. So she always takes care of her wrong hand, and then I do her right hand. So her dominant hand is the one that I do. So we are going to work on that today. But a little bit about the SheMax is that it is a dual centrifugal, is that how we say that? Fan.
Yep.
Has two fans that are sucking all of the dust and capturing it down inside of the filter. Now this is a reusable filter, which means that after your client, you can use a barbicide wipe, you can use a wet paper towel, you could even use a dry paper towel. You're gonna flip this over and knock out all of the dust, and then you would throw that dust away and then reuse this. We do suggest changing your filter every 2 to 3 months, depending on how many clients you're servicing. If you are a full-time nail tech, we suggest 2 months, just because this all on side of here gets clogged and won't suck down quite as much dust. So you're gonna see more dust in the salon. SheMax has actually done so much research and had so many tests done based on how much dust that nail techs breathe in, and they wanted to create a product that would minimize that. So Sheridan actually has some of the facts from all of the tests that they've done.
So this is in Ukrainian. So there is, in an 8-hour shift, a nail tech will inhale 2 tablespoons of dust. So,
which is so much.
Much.
I think about baking, and like a tablespoon of
that's a ton.
sugar is hard to hold in one hand. So 2 tablespoons of sugar is an 1/8 of a cup. So just depending on how people think about it, it's like a lot, right?
Did you see my brain
just what did you say? You're speaking Ukrainian by saying 1/8 of a cup.
I don't know what an 1/8 of a cup is.
It's a lot. It's a lot of sugar. It's a lot of dust.
Yeah, so it's going into your lungs.
That's nuts.
Oh, and then there was another study that they said that acrylic dust stays on the surface for like an hour. So if you're an acrylic test or an acrylic tech, it'll stay
stuck
for an hour. But a gel stays in the air for 4 hours.
In the air.
So even though you are using a dust collector, it's still in the air, so you're still getting it.
Which I think that's true, especially when we're banging things out, right? If we think about this, if you're just banging it into the trash can and it is like causing a pile of dust to fly up, all of that is going to stay stuck in the air. And gel does way less than acrylic. And so I think that all of that dust can just be floating around and we're all breathing it. As somebody who lives with contact dermatitis, like I do, I just don't want to breathe. I don't want to think that I'm breathing in that much.
Yeah.
But maybe I am.
Yeah, so that's why the SheMax did this wider setup. So those like techs can get a wider
surface to be able to get more down inside and suck down more.
And these vents are made out of microfiber and something else. I don't know. I can't remember what the exact words were, but these actually collect more dust than like just the disposable ones, because there's a place for the dust to kind of settle down into, and whatever this is made of holds it kind of in. So that's why they say replace them
because all of these get clogged eventually.
So even you are tapping it out, it's gonna hold it in.
Yeah.
So
So there's a lot of good things to the SheMax, and we are excited to carry them. Now we do carry both the XS size, XS, not XS, like X size, so extra small, I suppose. And that would be 1 fan. So that's going to be really great if you are a mobile tech or if you have a smaller space to work in. But if you have a wider space on your desk, then you're going to want to get the Pro because it's going to have the 2 fans, which means it's getting more suction down in. So that's the difference between the two. The XS one, has 1 fan, which is still super strong. So you're still getting that really good power to suck everything down. It's just on a smaller scale. So you can decide depending on what your needs are for your salon area. Okay, do we have any questions so far?
Oh, I wasn't.
Ooh, I'll scroll here.
I was reading.
You were reading. You were doing so good. Okay, we don't have any questions so far.
Great.
So I am going to begin the demonstration. So first thing I'm going to do is turn it on full blast. So over here is the power knob. So that's full. And then I'm going to put this up close to the microphone. There is no click off. You just turn it all the way down and then that's off. And the fans are stopping now. So all the way on is this loud. So I can still hear Sheridan when she's talking to me. And if I was with a client, I could still have that conversation. Sometimes, depending on the way that the noise, the way that the fan works, sometimes it's hard to hear right in front of us. I've had dust collectors where that is difficult, but the Zephyro, which we already carry, and then this one, it's very easy to hear right in front of you, which is nice. Yeah, I like that.
But it has you can feel the power.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of air coming right here.
Yeah.
So that's good.
We have a question. Do you guys prefer it over the Zephyro? I don't want to pair the two against each other. They are different and they act differently. This one is for people who like a reusable filter and want 2 fans, whereas the Zephyro or the SheMax XS is 1 single fan. The Zephyro would be that you put all of the trash away right away, and then the XS you would have to dump it out. So there's just differences between them. I like that this one's wider. I feel like because it's wider, I have more space to collect more dust, but I still love the Zephyro and everything like that. So do I like it more then? No. They're both great machines and they work differently. Is there another question?
The Zephyros, when you buy the unit itself, it comes with 1 filter, and then the
Zephyro. So
the SheMax.
The SheMax does come with 1 filter. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
the XS also comes with 1.
I didn't open that one. So
Yep. They do come with 1 already, and then you would buy an extra one as your backup for when you need it. Yep. Okay. Is the price for 1 filter?
Yeah, that was the question. So when you buy the unit itself,
it comes with 1 filter, and then you can buy additional filters. Yep. Okay. All right, here we go. Using the Polish Pinkies Expert 30K, I am working in forward. I'm going to be removing with the Big Thunder Carbide, and I'm working at 22.8 thousand RPMs in forward. So there's all the dust. And I'm looking down. Since we're doing a demonstration and you're not here physically, I want to tell you what it is that we're seeing. And so far, there's a little tiny bit of dust right here, but there is none in my lap. So I'm going to move that back. All right, here we go.
You on full speed?
I am on full, for the SheMax, I am on full speed. And right now I am removing hard gel. This is Trinity hard gel. I also would love to test this using like a rubber base versus a hard gel. So we haven't had a moment to test all of the different bases we carry against the power of the SheMax.
Watch me, it's just pulling her right down.
That's cool.
Like it doesn't seem like it's swinging at you at all.
I'm glad that you're looking at that because I'm looking at my removal and I want to look down, but I can't.
Yeah, you're not getting any dust on you. It's not going up towards your face. It's going straight down towards the dust collector.
I'm gonna move your hand over just a little bit. There we go.
Okay.
Now, one thing I did notice on this finger is if I lifted it up, it did want to go forward toward me. So I quickly just put you back down toward the fans, and then it's sucking everything back down. So the hand placement matters, and it's the same on all of the Zephyro, or all of the dust collectors. If you are angling upward, it's going to fling it toward you. So you do need to be working in a downward motion so that it lands into the dust collector.
Karen asked if there's any around the dust collector, and nope, there's not.
There's still just that little bit right here on the lip that you can kind of see right there, on the very edge, but there still is none. Well, when I angled up, there's a tiny bit on my shirt, and then when I put it back down, so that little bit is there.
But there really is a lot down in
here. I'm trying to work at my regular speed. Oh, see right here on a thumb, it's coming at me because I angled her up. So I would have to kind of change my angle for removal so that it's downward more.
It's still not too bad.
Nope, not unless I am the one causing it to come at me, right? And I'm trying to work at my same speed of removal to make sure that like I don't have to slow down for it to suck it all down, but no, it's doing fine. Absolutely awesome. All right, will you clap off your hands into that, please? Okay, so here is what is left. I don't want to brush it off. So I have a tiny bit on my e-file. I have a tiny bit on my fingers, and I think that is from, you know, getting my hand in the way. So if I had held my hand out more, but that's just the way I'm used to doing it. I noticed that, here, I'll turn that off. Oh. Okay, so we have the tiny bit here from when I angled her fingers a little more upward. And then hopefully I'll be able to show you my shirt. Is I have that tiny bit on my shirt from when I angled her hand at me. But it's like the tiniest bit right here.
I even feel like on my hands there's not very much.
Yeah, not very much at all. So then if we look inside of the SheMax, which I'm gonna brush all of this dust down inside. All right, I'm gonna take this guy off. And then if we take the filter out, then here is all of our dust. Wow, look at that.
That really is a lot.
That is a lot down in there.
For one hand.
Wow, look at that. It's all gathered up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
It's cool to see it this way. I'm used to seeing it on the other one. This is amazing. Yeah, that is so very cool. So now I would be able to get rid of that onto a paper towel. The one that I saw today that I thought was really smart was they put it on a wet paper towel so that you didn't have the dust flying. Yeah. So they just flipped it over, tapped it out onto a paper towel, and then wrap that up and throw it away. You can automatically just put this into the trash, but again, like we said at the beginning, you're gonna have all of that dust flying up, which is what we're trying to eliminate, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. That is the SheMax in action. So I'm gonna move that to the side. And since we're here with you, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through prep. We haven't done this in a while.
No.
So let me actually move this guy down just a little.
Ooh, you're gonna prep while I'm on there.
I'm gonna
Arm
prep.
rest.
Wow. Yeah, let's show that. A little bit about the SheMax armrest is this thing is like bougie.
Sturdy.
Yeah, it is sturdy, but this is like so soft and squishy. And then this is like so lovely.
Yeah, when I was putting it together,
So
it really
lovely.
Is
Like
it's like this is thick.
it's gorgeous. So beautiful.
Good stuff.
Beautiful luxury hand rest.
And I can say that about the SheMax too. Like it is with the dust collector
Really
itself,
nice.
It's high quality. Like everything feels like high end and.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me see. Karen says I have the Zephyros, so after it doesn't work anymore, I will probably get one of. We'll get this one. I just can't justify spending it.
Yeah.
When it works.
As I always say, one dust collector is better than no dust collector. And then it's just as your budget grows or as the need grows, that's when you invest into something better, something nicer, things like that. But there's no need. I mean, if you have a dust collector that is doing the job, then for now, it's doing the job, right? Let me see your other hand. Okay.
And Karen said, thanks for explaining the angle. I never thought of that. Karen, I didn't think of it either, and I was doing Sarah's nails. And she's like, you're angling it up, and it's coming toward your face. And I said, you're absolutely right.
Ew. Ew, which means we are breathing it right on in. Mm-hmm.
Does that dust in that filter feel like a tablespoon?
It's going to be way more than that, actually.
Right.
Yeah, it
And
really
that was
is.
one hand.
Because when you look down, it's all clumped in there. Mm-hmm. And that was only one hand.
Karen, the hand rest is sold separately.
Are you whispering over there?
Yeah.
I was just saying it's super cool for your clients and you like to help benefit.
Yeah. Do you remember back when I did your nails and my arms were like covered in hives? And yeah, it can get pretty nasty. And the thing about contact dermatitis is that it can come at any moment. It's not like you literally wake up one day and you start getting hives. And you're like, well, why? I wasn't allergic yesterday. Yep, that's how it works.
Yeah.
And so if we can protect our lungs, if we can protect our skin, then you will have a very lovely and long career.
And reactions too.
Yep.
It's crazy how they flare up just by the littlest things.
The littlest thing.
How's the armrest feeling over there?
It's good.
No difference to you?
Well, I like that your arm is a little higher because I don't have to scrunch down to like reach
That's
you.
exactly how I was
it's kind of like, wow. Sheridan and I share a desk and we are old dogs. Old dogs, new tricks. And we're like, we don't need an armrest. We don't do enough clients. It's not worth it. Sheridan used it and she was like, listen, we need an armrest at our desk.
Rachel changed my life one day. We just look like shrimp over here on this desk, like so hunched over.
So hunched over. And not anymore because now we have a beautiful SheMax hand rest. All right, I'm going to flip her hand this way because remember, when we are shaping, we need the high point to be at the center of their finger, right? So their bone should be straight. And even if their bone, if you could see my pinky, it goes sideways. So the pinky itself goes the fingernail, but the bone is straight. So if you shape my nail to the bone, then we're gonna have a straight looking finger, right? So make sure you're turning your client's hand this way and then just give a quick reshape, making sure that the high point is in the middle of their bone and then they will have beautifully shaped nails.
Yeah, bright colored nails.
Wait till you see these.
I can really imagine what she's doing.
It feels like Candyland. And
Oh,
Adorable. I'm sorry I keep bumping the phone. Hold on one second. I can't wait to see your nails over there.
yeah.
she's really outdone herself.
That's adorable.
I would like you to paint the peppermint man on my hand.
The peppermint man.
Wouldn't that be cute?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
that
currently
would
doing
be
peppermint, and so
I love that.
It
I love that.
just feels like I'm gonna have to wear fuzzy pink sweaters.
Oh, that's
You're gonna have to
just
be
gonna
Martha
be
Mayhew over
cute.
there.
Maybe fuzzy pink and fuzzy mint.
Adorable. All right, and then the thumb, we turn our client's hand. This, I know that, I'm sorry. She doesn't have, usually her arm wouldn't be like right in front of you, but I'm trying to show you that you turn your client's hand this way, and then you should be leaning over sideways so that you don't like have to jar their arm like I wish you could currently see, but
It's fine.
yep.
This is your hand, not mine. so
Okay, it's almost over.
That's fine.
I really should. I was just thinking that.
All right, done. Done. So now I'm gonna go in with, okay, I shouldn't have used this bit, but it's gonna be all right. Okay, here's a friendly reminder to always remove your dust while your bit is in the chuck. Just remove the dust just like this. So usually I would not be doing it into my client's towel. I would be doing it off to the side where I clean the floor, right? So we remove the dust, then you remove your bit, and then you insert your new bit. You would make sure that all the dust is gone from there. That way we are not compacting dust down inside of our machine. All the dust that gets in here, that's plastic. And when it gets all hot in here, it can turn to glue and everything can seize. And unfortunately, we have seen that happen. The other thing is to always remember to be using dry bits. If you have your barbicide right next to your desk, you have to dry your bits. It is a must because unfortunately it will rust out the inside of your machine. We've seen that too. So make sure you are using dry bits and that you are removing your dust. And I promise your e-file will last you a very, very, very long time and it will serve you very well. Okay, using the Expert 30K in forward and the silver bullet. It's not in stock. I'm really sorry.
Someday.
But someday soon it will be in stock. I'm going to be working in forward and I'm just going to do a quick and simple prep. We have to hurry because her client's going to be here soon and I just have to get some product onto her nails.
You got plenty of time.
I got plenty of time.
And my client can wait. I know this
I'm
is
gonna
off
stitch back.
topic, but I wanted to know if Trinity from Accents needs a primer or a base.
You can ask any question you'd like. All topics are free here. It does not require a base or a primer, depending on your client's pH. So what I would do is I would try it on my client first. I believe that this had X-Bond and she had some lifting at the back. So today what I'm going to do is no X-Bond and I'm going to put Trinity directly onto her nail to see if that doesn't adhere better for her. So that was a really great question. It doesn't require it, but depending on your client and how their nails react to it, then they may need it. And I would suggest X-Bond and a Fix-It if they do need it.
She says she's having problems with lifting.
Yep, it just depends on your client's need, their pH balance, and their lifestyle. So since, in this case, we're talking about Sheridan, she does a lot of work for us at the warehouse. So a lot of work with her fingernails and a lot of work with her hands. So that is why she has lifting. So now I just have to figure out what is my best option to not have lifting at the back.
I am the worst at the client.
No, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
You help me
Good
learn.
practice.
You help me learn new things and remember old things.
Is X-Bond a base?
X-Bond is a base. It's called Accents X-Bond. It's under the base coats and top coats on the app or the website for accents. Another thing you can do is you could use Luminary. So if that client did really well with Luminary, but you needed to move her to a hard gel, you can use Luminary as the glue. So that would be your base coat, just a really thin layer, and then go in with Trinity. I know some techs who do that, and they have really, really great results from that.
I've had to do that, and I remember Matt Decker saying that, and I was like, that's life-changing.
Yeah. Yep.
Because then you don't have to go through the whole motion of changing the whole base situation.
That's right. All right, now I'm going to turn my machine off, go to forward, or go to reverse, I'm sorry, turn my machine back on, and then work going toward the right. So this is a very basic cleanup of the skin, making sure to remove the cuticle from the nail plate, but then also to push everything back and open up the pocket as much as I can. On Sheridan, she doesn't have very much of a lift at her eponychium area, so I just make sure to get the bit underneath. You can see that I'm going underneath. Do you see the highlight of the bit that goes under? So I'm making sure to clean everything up, but it never lifts up like really nicely. So I just get it as nice as her skin will allow.
Alright, when I do a structured gel manicure, my nails look thick and like a bubble. My nails are short, so could this be why? Any tips?
Your nails are short, that's why they look like a bubble. So I would suggest just using less product. So I need you to go and get a ruler and find the millimeters. I'm being honest. Go get a ruler, look at the millimeters, and your apex, your highest point of your nail of the enhancement, should only be 1 to 3 millimeters high. And the highest point should be back here. So you need to make sure you're thinning out the free edge a lot. This should be like paper thin at the free edge, especially if you have short nails. That way you only have a very small, I can't show you because I have a glove on. But it's a very small apex. So go get a ruler, imagine what 1 to 3 millimeters is, and then try again. And just use less product, making sure your apex is in the right place. You're gonna see some really big changes. That, and then making sure that free edge is super thin before you apply. Voila.
It's a hard lesson to learn.
It is a really hard lesson. It's very hard to unlearn how much product you're putting on. Oh, it's the hardest. I still revert sometimes. I'm like, dang it, those are bubble nails.
Yep. And sometimes when your product that you leave on, if you're just doing a fill style, if you leave too much product on your nail, then you go in with the same product that you're used to, thickness-wise, and then all of a sudden you have a big old bubble.
Big old bubble. Yep. Big old bubble.
All right, back to Luminary and Trinity.
Okay.
Would you need to use a primer under Luminary if you use Luminary as a base?
I always do.
The inhibition layer before I apply Trinity on top of it.
You do not have to take off the inhibition layer. Okay, so those are really excellent questions. You're asking really great questions today. Okay, so you do not have to remove the inhibition layer. No. I would suggest a primer just because I really like Commit Primer and it works so well with Luminary. So since those are the two bonders against the nail plate, yes. And then go right in with your Trinity on top of that. Wait, did I say the right words? Luminary and Commit work so well together as the bonder. And then you're gonna put Trinity and then you can go right in with your color. It should all work well together. You do not have to remove any inhibition layers. Okay, really quickly, what I'm gonna do is flip her around and we're gonna look down the barrel and just make sure that our free edges are super thin. So because her nails are wide, they're very easy to become bubble nails. Easy, easy, easy. So I have to make sure, no, it's okay. I have to make sure that my free edges are super duper thin, almost backed right down to her natural nail, so that I don't end up with bubble nails in the end. Okay, so always be looking down the barrel. Do I put them up like this? No, I'm trying to show you in the camera. Usually I hold them like this and I scrunch down and look down the barrel and make sure everything is as it should be, which this part has a high point.
I think that step gets overlooked a lot.
Yep.
I know I overlook it a lot. I forget to check. I'm checking my shape. I'm checking all of that, but sometimes I forget to look down the barrel, and then I'm like, oh, why is my nail thick?
Why is it so thick? And sometimes you don't even see it until you look at the picture.
Yep.
And then you're like,
Yep.
oh,
I'm like,
why does it
oh,
look
boy.
like that?
Yep.
That's not what I saw.
Yep.
And a picture never lies.
Yep.
So yeah, always look down the barrel. Make sure that your free edges are nice and thin. And also that you don't have a high spot. So I have a high spot on all of these right here. So what's happening is I'm at an angle here, and then I'm going flat. So that means the two parts are meeting at a high point. So I need to go through and just lightly feather across it without picking up my file, feather across it so that it evens itself out, or rock back and forth to take off that high point. All right, now we're good. All right, I'm gonna look down the thumb one more time. Her thumb is especially hard because it is the widest. So I always have to make sure like her apex gets removed and that we don't have literally any excess product, because she already has a beautifully shaped nail. It already has a high apex. And then always, whenever I put product on this nail, it becomes bubble. So it's always my goal. How many times can I say always?
Always.
It is always my goal to try and get this thumb looking like it should, because the rest of the nails, they turn out pretty okay. This one, always practicing.
It's a dumb thumb.
All right, everybody. Any other questions I can help you with before we say goodbye?
Liz has one more question. She's
Hi,
been
Liz.
asking about
Yeah.
the Trinity and Luminary.
Perfect.
She says, I see so many reviews about Luminary. Why does it stick so well to the nail?
To be honest, I don't know. It has excellent adhesion though, like incredible. It really did change the industry for the better as far as lifting problems and things like that. Always be aware to not get it on the skin. And if you do get it on the skin, to wipe it off before you cure it. So you should be checking around the sidewalls back here at the eponychium. All of this should be clear. All of your products should only be on the nail when working with Luminary. Well, to be honest, working with any product.
Really.
So just make sure that you are being careful with your application, and you will have incredible results.
Liz has one more question.
Yes, please.
How do you file off lifting? Do you use a diamond bit?
I actually use my carbide. So if you go back to the beginning and watch me remove, then I take my carbide, this guy, and I kind of just like pick it up and flick it off, pick it up, like just kind of feather on top of it until it breaks free. Then if there was any left afterward, then I go through with a file and feather on top of it, and it disappears. Did you see that little bit disappeared? So I kind of do two parts. I would not use a diamond bit unless you really had to, because the grit of the product isn't made for your diamond bits, and it will dull your diamond bits faster than they should be. So I would only use diamond bits on the natural nail and the skin if you want them to last their longest. All right, any other questions? Those are great questions today.
Yeah, thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
We love a good question.
Okay, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. You can buy all of the new SheMax products at polishedpinkiespro.com or on the Polished Pinkies Pro app. If you don't have the app, why not?
Just go get it.
It's so great.
It's
Just
so
go to
good.
your app store, download Polished Pinkies Pro, log in with the same information you have on the website. It like pairs them up. It's so good.
It's so easy to shop too. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just
Put things in your cart, put things in your wish list. Like, it is so
easy.
user friendly. Like, gosh. So anyway, you can buy them on the website or on the app. And of course, we're always happy to answer questions. So please let us know if you have any. And we will be back on Monday. I'll be back with Rachel. We'll be in the app. So that's why you want to download the app. Allow for notifications so it tells you when we're live. But I'll be back with Rachel on Monday, and we're going to be going over our favorites for all of 2022. It's one of my favorite lives that we do, because it's like, ooh, all of the products that were released. Ooh, so exciting. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. And until next time,
Bye.
bye.